Alright, and let's try this one again. I didn't realize I did not set up the mic to record. Fuck. Got about 2 minutes in and shit. So, what will I be playing this time? Gundam Wing Endless Duel. I was quite skeptical about this one at first, but it didn't make a best of list. Although I'd like to see an exclusive overseas that did not come to the US exclusives list. I was quite surprised. This was pretty badass. I wanted to play it a bit more, but quite couldn't because I sucked and got a little burnt out. But hey, it was cool. I had fun. Wing Zero Hero vs. Duo Death Sight. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to pick a video that was actually cool to watch, kind of, I guess. So anyway, when I was in the psych ward, I mean, that shit was fucked up. But on my last day, you know, I was sitting there for, it was like the first morning group. And we were just sitting there watching bullshit TV news, you know, talk shows, blah, 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 whatever. And I think it was Dr. Phil. And we wanted to turn it, but another person was like, no, I want to watch it, so whatever. We'll let you watch it. Because you requested as much and we're nice. So we turned it back, and forget whatever they were talking about when we first turned it on, but now the next topic was a girl that was molested, and she was misleaded to blame who it was and whatever. So then another group member decided to share her story of being molested. And, you know, she was talking about it alright at first, but as soon as she finished, she started crying. So anyway, you know, 5 minutes after that, group time. So we're sitting there. I look over and I see this dude's paper, because you write down, you know, shit, what's on your mind while you're there, what do you do, what is your plan for the day to get released? And his title, the first thing on it is, I did it. And I'm just sitting there like, huh? Because I mean, since the time he got there, his problem was, I'm afraid of public restrooms. And, you know, we all thought it was a joke. We all joked with him, you know. We thought, you know, he was trying to joke and be funny, and so, you know, we played it off. Didn't think much about it. So he said he did it, and he was the first one to go, because, you know, you'd go around the table and everyone would talk and blah blah blah. Mostly depressing stories, or give each other suggestions, or whatever. But this dude, he was the first to go, and he's like, I did it. I molested children. And I'm just so far fucking gone off the fucking antidepressants, I wasn't even thinking about it. So he read off the rest of his paper, and I'm looking over it. I knew a girl who was talking about her story was, she was fuming. You could see it. She was about to pounce on this motherfucker. He finished reading his paper. All everyone hears is, I did it. And I think it took all of us a moment to, you know, just, you know, figure out what the hell just happened. I don't even know what the hell he said for the rest of his paper. I think his name was David. Wanna watch out for that motherfucker. I guess he's a car dealer at a dealership? Yeah, So, anyway, this girl who was telling her story, she's just like, what did you say? And, you know, another female next to me was right there. She was holding her hand, you know. She knew something was about to pop off. He's like, I molested children. He did this blank expression, just stared, you know, into, like, nothingness. Didn't look at her, he just looked ahead. I was in front of him, unfortunately. And I was like, I mean, I was nice to this guy. The whole time he showed up, I just say, hey man, stop being so quiet. Be more social, because this motherfucker was quiet as hell. More quiet than me. Sometimes like he was really fucking quiet, but damn, he was quiet as hell. So, he's like, I did it, I molested children. She was up. She was flying at this motherfucker. She tried to grab him by the throat, but she kind of had a stucky chokehold on him. She tried to choke him, and everybody was up to pull her off of him. I mean, how do you put those two people in the same room and expect that not to happen, you know? So, it took 3 people to pull her off of him and pulled her out of the room. He just sat there and took it. Didn't change his expression. He was gripping the chairs, the arms of the chair. He just took it. He didn't try to fight back. That is kind of honorable, I would have to say. But I mean, I was on the opposite side of the table. I couldn't really do, and you know, starting to fight myself. That I think everybody wanted to whoop his ass, but you know, we were all trying to get out of there. So they pulled her out of the room. Everybody kind of sat back down and was like, okay, what now? So then they held her out of the room until they had someone call him out of the room so, you know, he could leave and be taken out of our group, because that's not quite something that's not quite something for our group, but you know, that was quite fucked up. I mean, I was so far gone off them painkillers. I didn't like even acknowledge what just happened until afterward. But you know what? After sitting there and witnessing just how he took it, I think that is exactly how he wanted it to pan out. That is exactly what he wanted to happen. You know, he wanted to feel something. I mean, if he was in there because he tried to kill himself, you know, he feels the guilt over it. But also that may explain why he was afraid of public restrooms. This dude was 29, beard full of gray hairs. I mean, something was messed up with that dude, and maybe that could have been it. Might have been molested in a public restroom when he was a child. So, you know, in turn, he molested children. Everybody said he might have not. He was just delusional, but you know how that went down. I don't know. I gotta say that most likely happened. Oh, but it was crazy. So anyway, brought her back in the room. We went over the rest of the group stuff, but the entire topic of the day was that. What happened? It was crazy. Oh, and she was such a sweet girl too. I wish I could find her again. I can't though. She was cool. So it looks like the end of my video. Which may be it. Yes. I died. Game over. I let it run down. And that was it. Fun game. I will be playing this again, no doubt. Hopefully I can finish it again. or next time, but thank you for watching. See you next time.